What's going on, guys? T Blake here. Today we're going to be talking about the subject of collaborations. Obviously, there are a ton of collaborations out there with various people, with boutiques, with artists, with musicians. We touched on this briefly with the Reebok and Kendrick Lamar review. If you didn't check it out, definitely do. But today I have another review which involves an artist collaboration. And I want to get your feedback and see if you feel the same way I do when it comes to certain collaborations. For one, before we get into the shoe, collaborations to me are very played out. What used to be very, very special and highly reserved for special accounts or special occasions kind of became oversaturated to the point where a collab, the expectation of what that means, kind of like bled into what would be inline product, just being what comes out normally, no collaboration, anything like that. So to really get excitement around a collaboration, it has to be something special, and there hasn't really been that excitement, so it's gotten really watered down. Today we're going to be checking out a collaboration, and I want to get your thoughts on it. So this came in a money bag. You guys might have seen this on other people's channels, so I'm trying to make different content around it, but this is the Secure the Bag Timberland. This is a collaboration with Timberland, Champ Sports, and now DJ Khaled. So similar to Wale, Vela, that sort of thing. This is the model. In hand, it's a lot different green hue than some of the photos. They look disgustingly puke green. And I gotta say, it's actually more of an olive tone, kind of like military green, a lot like the Air Force One that released today on Nike.com. So really dope Pantone. These are elevated at the $200 price point, so you either really have to love it and want to cop it first day, or wait for it to go on sale if it ends up hitting the sale rack. Now, this is what I think is wrong with a collaboration like this, is DJ Khaled blew up. He had a huge run with Snapchat. He had a huge run playing into Champ Sports commercials. Those are things that can get turned around really quickly. Now, as an artist, his influences changes, and I'm not saying DJ Khaled's not influential, but Snapchat isn't what it used to be over a year ago. His following and the fever around him isn't what it used to be. This is probably when they were trying to design a boot. So even though this is one Pantone, very simple, they probably had about a year production date. So by the time this hit the market, and this is one of the things I want to talk about, is if you try to collaborate with an artist of the moment, Kendrick Lamar was putting out a lot of great music, he still is, but was just crushing it during the time he had a Reebok deal. Now, there's been not as much music coming out from him, and the excitement around his models has kind of faltered. Same with DJ Khaled, right? That excitement around the major keys, the Secure the Bag, all that kind of fell apart a little bit, not as much enthusiasm. Still, of course, by the time everything rolled around, the collaboration kind of lost some of its luster, right? People weren't fighting over to get the DJ Khaled boot, whereas if this was during the same time the release where he had all that excitement and publicity for Snapchat, maybe it would have blown out. That being said, it still is a dope model, but it really highlights the point I want to make in this video, where if you're not hitting an A-lister, right, some guy that's going to be there for a long time, you might miss your moment. And when you're a brand trying to collaborate with artists and do moment marketing, when the turnaround time is 6-8 months, almost a year, you might miss the boat. And I think that's what's going to happen with Reebok this year. I don't think that's what happened with this Timberland model. I'm being way too harsh on it, but I do think that you can see DJ Khaled being an example of someone that came up really quick, then kind of settled back down, because after a while you can only say the same thing so many times. And coming from someone that's made 1,000 YouTube videos talking about sneakers in different ways, so I guess I'm a hypocrite. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want Timberland sneakers under retail, follow kickstartercost.com on Twitter, Instagram, or just visit the site. I will put a link down below to these in the description. Also some places where you can get Timberlands under retail. T Blake signing out. Peace, guys.